Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Y'all climb on in. Blessings. Barukata, Mishpati. Bless y'all, my family. Got my Palo Santo burning. Everybody been asking me, saying, Yahki, Dr. Yakai, we want something out of the book. So I want to speak about a chapter that I got in my book, Healing the Illusion We Call Disease, which is on pre-sales now. Shipping will be in July. This chapter is called, I Swear to Tell the Tooth and Nothing But the Tooth, So Help Me God. Hanabi, would you hold this for me? Yes, sir. So y'all climb on in. We're going to talk about teeth and how teeth is actually silent killers and the dangers that's hidden and lurking inside of our mouths, and how bad teeth and bad bones and bad gums that are infected are actually linked to cancer, is linked to neurological diseases, is linked to stagnated lymphatic systems, is linked to electrical problems, or what you will call degenerative nerve diseases. It's actually linked to a bunch of stuff that's going on in our body. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about it. We're going to explain this chapter a little bit. Then I'm going to show y'all things that y'all can do to prepare yourselves and ways to cleanse your mouth, bring in good probiotics to get rid of the bad, microbes that's in your mouth. And I'm going to give y'all a good toothpaste cream and good mouthwash. We're just going to go through this stuff, and then I'm going to open up the lines and y'all can ask whatever y'all want to ask about whatever, and then, we'll talk about it. So as y'all know, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. My clinic is 2404 North Highway 67, or what you'll call Lindbergh. Is actually in Florissant, Missouri, where I run my own health and wellness detoxification institute. And, we see a good 100 people a week. We try to. Sometimes we don't make that mark because we do want to give each of our clients, a good amount of attention. And then we take them through so many different types of screenings. That way, when we done screening them and we checking their mouths, we checking their blood, we checking their pH, we checking their iris, we checking everything we checking. We know exactly how to create them a very, very crucial and critical plan for they can get rid of all the symptomologies and things that they got going on within their bodies. For the last probably month or so, and it's been for years, but I just noticed in the last month how we have a bunch of higher cases of this. People will come in and they will be dealing with, heart disease. They'll be dealing with thyroid disease, whether it be hyperthyroidism or hypothyroidism. They'll be dealing with different types of blood disorders and many different cancers. And the first thing you do is when you check their mouths, you will see that they either have periodontal gum disease, they have caries in their mouth, very bad teeth decay, or they have root canals done on certain teeth. And when you study, biological dentistry, and you look at the meridian pathways, and you look at the electricity and the nerves and the way the blood flow throughout the whole entire body, most of the teeth that they had done, whether it be getting it a bad extraction, whether it be getting a root canal, whether it be getting a crown, whether it be getting an implant, the actual meridian pathway that's connected to or associated with a different type of organ, that organ is always failing, or is compromised, or is going through a mutation state. And this is not a coincidence at all. So this is one of the books in my chapter talking about mouth hygiene, and talking about if you're trying to detox your body, and if you're really trying to heal of any so-called symptomologies or what we call disease, the first place that you do have to check is your mouth. And the reason why is because teachers like Dr. Sebi done said this, that the root of disease is in the gut. Teachers like Dr. Laila Africa done said that the root cause to all diseases in the gut. Well, we don't never associate the gut with our mouths. Your mouth is the beginning of your gut. When you chew something and it goes down your esophagus, the first place it go to is your gut, but it have to go to your mouth first. So I want to classify and just reiterate that the root to all diseases, if we're going to look at disease from this standpoint, starts in the mouth first. we have to start checking these people's mouths, and you need to be checking your own as well, because what's causing all of your symptomology may not be nothing in your body. It might be something right in your mouth, something that you chew with every single day. And I'm going to show y'all scholarly articles to prove this, and I'm going to show y'all just simple science and anatomy and physiology to prove this, and just simple common sense will show y'all this. So the first thing that I am noticing is when we bring in people, or people, you know, willfully come to the facility, when we check their mouth, everybody is missing what you would call their wisdom teeth. And you have to really start sitting back and asking yourself this question: why are people missing their wisdom teeth? And if you look over 1,000 years ago and you start studying, you know, the dental issues or dental health to the Egyptians, and dental health to the Vikings, and dental health to the Nubians, and dental health to the Etruscan tribes, and just these different ancient indigenous tribes, all of them had their wisdom teeth. But we noticed that their jaw structure was stronger and their jaw structure was larger. Why is that? And it's because the food that they was eating nuts, they was eating seeds. A lot of them was chewing on wild meat. They were just eating things that would challenge their mouth and actually grow the structure of their bone. And I'm not here promoting meat eating at all. I'm a plant-based eater. I will never promote meat eating. I'm just saying that they were eating things that were tough to chew on, and that challenged their jaw structure, which made their jaw longer, and they was able to grow their wisdom teeth to not have any issues. And the reason why this is so important, because when you look at your wisdom teeth are what we're going to call your first molar and your 16th molar. They're actually connected to certain meridian pathways that's connected to your sinus cavities, that's connected to your sensory output and input, that's connected to all of your biological systems. So since we don't have a teeth coming in and stimulating that meridian pathways, we see a lot of people with headaches. We see a lot of people with systematic metabolic acidosis, and just all types of things going on because your jaw is too small to even get them wisdom teeth out. And then when those wisdom teeth finally start to try to come in, it gives you so much pain because it's trying to make room, that it's opening and pushing teeth to the side. They growing in differently, and then you have to get them extracted. Once you get that tooth extracted, it's not going to get extracted in the correct way if you're not going to a holistic dentistry anyway. For one, they're not going to be sterile enough. For two, once you get it extracted, you're not replacing your own blood there or putting some blood plasma there to regrow, or not even to regrow, to heal that wound, to close it fast enough. So that's going to allow bacteria to get in. And once that bacteria get in, a lot of dentists are doing things like this, where they extract the teeth, but they won't get the whole nerve out, or they'll give you a root canal and they won't get the whole nerve out. And if you look at root canal and teeth extraction, let's talk about a root canal. So a root canal is when they drill into the tooth, right? And then once they drill into the tooth, they take out all the blood vessels. Not only do they take out the blood vessels, they take out the lymph vessels, because yes, your teeth do have lymphatic capillaries in them, and we're going to talk about that too, and I'm going to show y'all. And they take out the nerve, or they supposed to. What have been done to my teeth and many other teeth, and I'm speaking personally here, is when I had my jaw shattered when I was 16 at the club, I had my jaw shattered. Somebody punched me. I got jumped by 80 people, and one of them punched me with some brass knuckles. So they had to reconstruct my jaw from here to here, and they put titanium inside of my jaw to reconstruct my jaw structure. Mind you, there's 5% of nickel in all of titanium. So I have nickel that's not supposed to be in my body right now. Well, when they reconstructed my jaw, they had to pull a bunch of teeth out. And then the teeth that they didn't have to pull out, they did actual root canals on them. Do you know that when they pulled my teeth out and did the root canals, they left the actual nerve inside of my jawline? So since they pulled the blood and since they pulled the lymphatics out of the teeth, and then they put this pulp on top of it, they left the nerve ending in my teeth. Since it didn't have blood, it didn't have oxygen. Since it didn't have nerves, it didn't have a communication system. So guess what? The nerve ended up dying inside of my jawline. So now you have the gum line that grows and heals over this nerve, and now the nerve is dead. So what happens? If you look at any type of biological entity, or you look at any type of biological functionality of the human body, when something dies, bacteria have to be birthed to go and eat it up. That's what God did when he created us. He created natural trash cans in our body, just like a pig is a natural trash can of the earth, like a vulture is a natural bird trash can of biological things that's dead on top of the road. Just like microbiology or microbes are dead biological trash cans that's supposed to eat dead cells that's inside of us. So if you do a root canal, if you do a bad abstraction and you leave that nerve ending in there, and then you allow that wound to heal while that nerve is in there with no blood and no lymph, because in root canals you are pulling out the blood capillaries. In a root canal you're pulling out the lymphatic capillaries. In a root canal you're supposed to be pulling out the nerve. In my case, they didn't pull out the nerve. So guess what happens? The healing happens on the outside, but it doesn't happen on the inside. So the nerve is still exposed inside of the cavitation, right? Cavitation. Well, that nerve end up dying. Since it's dead, you have microbes that have to come to that area and chew down that place. So now you have bad bacteria inside of your jawline. Do y'all know this called periodontal disease of the actual jawline? Is called a cavitation of the jawline. And I ended up with that all based off of them doing wrong root canals to me when I shouldn't have had a root canal. They should have just pulled them anyway and extracted it in a holistic way and healed it up naturally, but they didn't. Now, this is what happens when you have bacteria inside of your jawline or inside of your teeth. You have meridian pathways connected, and you have lymph vessels, and you have blood vessels or arteries connected to your whole entire body. There's many different articles that I'm going to show y'all that prove that most of your heart disease cases comes from your mouth. And then people die on the operating table, and then they take their heart out and they check their heart for bacteria, and it's the same bacteria that's associated with gingivitis. It's the same bacteria that's associated with periodontal disease. It's the same bacteria that's associated with streptococcus. All these different bacteria that causes mouth disease that's supposed to be in your mouth. How is it ending up in your liver? How is it ending up in your heart? How is it ending up in your pancreas? Do y'all realize how many pancreatic cancer studies are linked to your mouth? What about Hashimoto's disease and people that's growing goiters, or they thyroid is slowing down? And then you start checking the bacteria in the thyroid once the thyroid is removed through thyroid surgery, and then you send these tissues and these samples off to check the bacteria, and it's the bacteria that's supposed to be in the mouth. So like, we can't act like your mouth hygiene or your oral hygiene is not associated with diseases, because it is. So it's crazy that everybody been coming into the clinic, and when they come in and we read their symptomologies, and we read they breast cancer, we read they pancreatic cancer, we read they liver abscess or they liver cyst that's growing on, or they liver tumors, the first thing we do is we check their mouth. And the same meridian that's connected to the liver or connected to the pancreas or that's connected to the gallbladder be the same tooth that they had dental work on, or that dental have that same dental have a cavity, and that teeth is breaking down due to some type of bacteria. There's no coincidence. Then you start looking this stuff up, and it makes all the sense in the world. So I'm finna take the phone down, and we finna go through this stuff real fast. So first, I want to show y'all simple biology of the teeth. So when you look at the teeth, and I got one right here too, you see this part is the enamel. And yes, this lighter is for my Palo Santo. I don't smoke and I don't drink. But if you look at the regular tooth, this is called the enamel. Now, this is the actual protector layer of the tooth. Then you have something called cementum, which actually glues your teeth to your gums. And this is a lot of people issue. Then you have what you will call the pulp chamber, which is where all the pulp is at. Hold on, y'all. Which is where all the pulp is at. And this is where your blood is at. This is where your lymphatic system is at. This is where your nerve is at. All right. Then you have your actual gums, which keep your teeth in place, which is the pink tissue covering the root of the tooth. And then you have something called dentin. And dentin is that creamyish yellow part that surfaces the tooth. Now, what a lot of people are not understanding, or what a lot of people is not getting, is have you ever, and it's study showing this too, when you go to sleep, after you brush your teeth, you can brush your teeth as good as you want. When you wake up, your teeth are back stained, your teeth feel dirty when you rub your teeth with your tongue. And the reason why is because your teeth is a cleansing organism. It cleanses itself every night. And to prove this, there have been people put on feeding tubes that haven't eaten in months. But every day, the doctor still orders the nurse or a loved one to go brush their teeth, because their teeth can still get this buildup tartar and plaque on it. Why is that? Because your teeth is constantly cleansing itself throughout the day. Every time your heart beats, every time your blood vessel contract and dilate, you have something literally called tubules in your teeth, which I'm going to show you. And when your heart beats and contract and dilate, the blood flows throughout the body, and the lymphatic system and the blood system push out anything that's not supposed to be inside of your teeth. This is called dentin tubules. And let me show y'all that real quick for people that think I'm just making up stuff. Check this out. Is it going to work for me? Hold on, y'all. All right. So if you look at the enamel, then you see the actual dentin. Look at the dentinal tubules. Now, these are actual tubes that's inside of the tooth structure. Here go exposed dentinal tubules. Notice they have a bunch of little bitty microscopic holes in them. So you see the blood and the nerve and the lymph. Whenever your body is recycling the blood and your lungs and your calf muscle is pumping the blood and your blood is acting as an actual heart valve, cardio output of blood, this pumping sensation literally sends all different types of what you would call metabolites or waste byproducts through these actual little holes in your teeth. And that's how you get plaque built up under your teeth, in your gums, and on top of your gums. And that's the reason why it is very, very important to actually brush your teeth 3 times a day. And what I say is what you do is you wet brush at night, you dry brush in the middle of the day, and then you wet brush again actually in the rising. And this will actually keep all of those metabolites and metabolic waste that your teeth is secreting throughout the day off your teeth. That way it won't build up tartar plaque. And then if it don't build up this plaque and it don't build up these dead things that's coming out your teeth, guess what? Bacteria have no reason to go and form in that place. And since bacteria is not forming in that place, then it won't get inside the bloodstream and travel to your heart, travel to your through your lymphatic system, travel to your eternal, not internal, but eternal organs. And then you won't end up with cancer, breast cancer. You realize how many people come in here with boils under their underarms, and then I tell them to go see a biological holistic dentist. They get their teeth fixed, and then them boils that was under their arms automatically just leave within a few months. Or you come in here with breast cancer, whether we talking about triple negative carcinoma, whether you talking about HER2 positive, whether you talking about it being estrogen prone or not. You literally go get your teeth fixed, and then this so-called breast cancer just magically disappear. The pancreatic cancer, like we not making this stuff up. The beginning of your gut is your mouth, family. And if you do not take care of your mouth, you are going to die, because the beginning of your health starts within your mouth. And that's what you eat. You sleeping with your mouth open, you being a mouth breather. All these things matter. You only chewing on soft food all your life. And then look at what they're doing. They're taking out your natural biological teeth that the creator made to match you, and then they're putting unnatural metals in them. You know what I'm saying? Just think about amalgam. Amalgam is mercury. Now they're trying to change it up a little bit, but you will see most people have mercury poison. Do y'all know the most psychological disordering damaged doctors in the world are dentists? The most psychological, disorderly mental damage doctors are dentists. And you got to ask yourself why, because they're dealing with toxic metals all day. If they're not a biological holistic dentist, they're dealing with these metals all day. They're breathing it in. They're extracting these mercuries. They being very, very uncareful and just doing whatever with these mercuries. Some of them flush them down the toilet. They throw them in the trash. Then they end up with mercury poison, and they start acting the same way that autistic children act. Or they have these very, very split personalities and mental behaviors. If you think I'm lying, just look it up. The people that have the most neurological disorders that we call doctors or dentists, and it's for a reason, because they're dealing with hazardous material all day, which is mercury, nickel, and all these other things that they're putting in your jawline. And that's why most people that get their teeth pulled and get these things replaced in their mouth have headaches every single day, have sinus infections and sinus abscesses in their maxillary cavity, cephaloid cavity, they ethmoid cavity. And you're not realizing that is what they putting in our mouths. So the best thing you can do is get them extracted, or you can do a biological matching test where you get something replaced with like ceramic, and they will send your tissues off to a lab with the ceramic tissue to see if it's even a biological match, and your so-called immune system won't fight it. And that's another thing when you actually think about it. Think about this too. If you get a tooth abstraction, or if you actually get a root canal, remember, they're going to remove the lymph. The lymphatic system is the immune system. This is where your T cells move out around. This is where your B cells are produced at. This is where your macrophages is moving around. This is where your monophils, your basophils, your lymphocytes, your monocytes. These are the things that put your body in a state of autophagy to naturally detoxify your body, get rid of mutations, get rid of anaerobic bacteria, get rid of fermentation, and all these other things and acidosis inside your body, right? Well, if you open up my tooth and you take the lymphatics out and you take the blood out, which is where all these so-called immune cells roam through, that means a extracted tooth and a root canal tooth cannot get any oxygen. So it's going to put it in an anaerobic state, which causes mutations, and it can't properly cleanse itself because there is no lymphatics in the tooth. So that means the tooth is going to die and decay anyway. So you walking around with these hollow tombs inside of your body, and you wondering why your head hurt. You wondering why you sick. You wondering why you having blood issues. You wondering why you getting diagnosed with all of these cancers. And the whole time, the root cause has been in your mouth. It's been in the root of your teeth or a cavitation inside of your jaw structure the whole entire time. So like, even when you just look at dentistry in that way, it makes no sense. Like, think about somebody with pancreatitis, right? That's a pancreas. And your pancreas is made to produce bacteria. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are saying it now, but you heard that from Dr. Yahki first. Your pancreas produces bacteria. This bacteria actually lines the transverse colon, and it helps lines this little 9-inch tract called the duodenum or the duodenum of your gut. And this is how you absorb all your phytonutrients. If the appendix busts because it's so inflamed, you would die and go sepsis, right? So what they do if you go to the doctor right now or to the emergency room with appendicitis is they going to root canal the appendix. Hell to the no. They going to take the whole entire appendix out. And the reason why is because if the appendix bursts and all of that bacteria enter into the bloodstream, you go sepsis and die. So why don't we take that same ideology when it comes to an actual inflamed tooth or inflamed gums? Why root canal it and not remove it holistically or find a quick way to neutralize the bacteria and to get rid of the inflammation? So then this is how you know that the ideology is off, because in one part of the body, they're smart and they're intelligent with it. But when it comes to another part of the body, they don't do the same thing that they would do to another part of the body. How does that make sense? It don't make sense whatsoever. Your mouth is killing you. And then you remember, no nerve, no communication, no nerve, no pain. No nerve, no melanin transmitters or transmitters. No nerve, no pain. So you think you okay because you're not feeling the pain. But the reason why you're not feeling the pain is because they extracted the nerve. So you thinking you good because you don't have these pain receptors telling you that something is wrong with your mouth. So you go 10 years not thinking anything is wrong, and then boom, these heavy symptoms hit you fast when you got breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, you having heart disease, all due to a periodontal disease, and you didn't even know because you never felt any type of symptoms because they took your symptom registry out of your mouth, which is the nerve that communicates something is going wrong. Do this make sense? It don't make sense when I think about it. Not at all. It don't make sense when I think about it at all. So most of your sinus infections, most of your liver infections, most of your hepatitis that you think is coming from your sexually transmitted disease, most of your thyroid disease, most of your breast cancers or cancers, period, most of your swollen lymph nodes, and most of your brain toxicity is actually coming from your mouth. Do you know a woman, 34 years old, from the Washington, D.C. area, came into us with epilepsy. She had bad seizures all the time. I'm talking about she falling out everywhere. She, not be telling, she had so many seizures, she had bust her head and everything. Like every time we talked to her, she had a bad seizures. We cleaned her for how many, what? About 2 years, yeah, right? Almost 2 years. Almost 2 years. And I'm talking about, we did as many cleansing. We like, why we can't stop her from having seizures? You know, the only thing we didn't do until probably the last 4 months is check her mouth because she never came in. She ordered a telehealth. So when she ordered a telehealth, we only been able to talk to her. So she never came in to actually get the physical therapies or actually go to each room and let us even check her mouth. So we wondering why she's still having these bad seizures. She mad at us. She like, look, Yahki, I've been on everything. I've been taking the herbs. I've been doing everything you've been telling me to do. Why am I not healing? And why do I keep having seizures? And my hair falling out. I done bust my head open. She had to get like 18 staples in her head because she fell and she hit the end of her bed and it bust her head open. Her mama found her a day later. A day later, her mama found her. And I'm like, look, we changed your diet to a plant-based ketogenic diet. We keeping all glucose from you. We limited your fructose intake. We put you on a high fat and high protein diet. We did everything we could. We making sure we moving your lymphatic system. We getting your nerves clean. We stop you from all of these different sugars from coming into your body. Like we did. We got your kidneys filtrating. We got your adrenals online. I'm like, I don't know. And then me, in my space, I'm not saying I'm the best in the world, but I am the most taught in my space. And what I do, I'm the best of the best. So I didn't even have nobody to go and talk to about it because I'm giving all other healers advice. I don't know who's going to give me advice on what to do with the case. So I was sitting down thinking one day, I said, damn, Nabi, the only thing we didn't check is her teeth. So tell me why when we check her teeth, guess what she had? Periodontal disease. She had a cavitation in her jawline. So get her teeth fixed, get the infection cleaned out. And I haven't heard from her in 3 months, but guess what she haven't had? I haven't heard from about 3 months, but guess what she didn't have months leading to us not talking to each other again. And I need to reach out to her, remind us to reach out to her. Okay. But guess what she didn't have? Any seizures. So what we noticing is when you clean the teeth, when you clean the bones, when you make sure that the jawline is clean, when you take all of these metals out, when you take these amalgams out, and when you open up the tubules and you make sure that the teeth cleanse themselves properly, and when you do holistic extractions and you keep up with your oral hygiene, you making sure that you bringing in probiotics into your mouth, you making sure that you're not having all of these different lower pHs, salivas in your mouth, and that's the reason why we always check mouth pH when you come to the clinic. Most of your symptoms go away. Now, I'm not saying this is in 100% of every case, but it's just, it's mind blowing that it's in most of them, though. It's mind blowing. I had a brother, Hebrew brother, haven't seen in years. Because, I ended up leaving the Hebrew congregation, leaving the Hebrew faith for a minute. It was crazy. They kicked me out. Elders lied on my name. So I had to get up out of there. But I lost contact with a lot of the brothers that I was in the congregation with. So recently, not too long ago, I had a brother come in. You know what I'm saying? It was good to link up with the brother, hug on the brother. I haven't seen him in many, many years. But he have issues going on with his pancreas. He have issues going on with his prostate. And he have issues going on with his heart. Tell me why every tooth that's on the same meridian that's connected to his prostate, that's connected to his pancreas, and that's connected to his heart is teeth that he had either a wrong extraction on or he had a root canal on. I mean, it's like, once you get to this point, you like, hold the hell on now. This is not a coincidence. It's not. So we need to actually talk. And let me just, hold on. Let me take y'all through this. So look, check this out, family. I just want y'all to see this stuff. The relationship of acupuncture points and meridians to connective tissue. And this just to show you that the actual meridian pathways exist. They did about 36 participants where they injected in the actual meridian point sites something called technetium-99m. And what technetium-99m is, it's a radioactive isotope, and it colors and dyes the meridian pathways. Since scientists says that the meridian pathways don't exist, now they having a whole new different topic of it because people actually injected these acupuncture points with this technetium-99m radioisotopes, and then it outlined the whole meridian pathways. All of the Chinese and all of the ancient Egyptians has been talking about these meridian pathways for thousands of years, and the way that they described them in our ancient texts, it's the exact same pathway that this dye actually followed when they entered this radioactive isotope technetium-99m through. So it is beyond a shadow of a doubt that the meridian pathways exist. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, right? Now, I just want to show y'all this, y'all. Let me turn the camera back around, because this stuff get deep, family. And I'm going to show y'all how to clean your mouth. And this is stuff you don't have to buy from me. I'm going to give y'all the products. Y'all can go buy them yourself. It's not about money. It's about your health and well-being, because we are dying as a people out here. And unfortunately, the people that are raising a consciousness and the people that have good hearts is the ones that are suffering from all of these metabolic diseases. We don't need all of us dying. All of us dying. And how we're going to raise the vibration and the mental capacity and the conscious expansion of this earth. You know, how are we going to create new earth if all the good ones are dying? All right, so check this out. So now this just proven, y'all look this up, the relationship between acupuncture points and meridian connective tissue planes. And this just show you that this stuff really do exist, right? I want y'all to read it on your own time, but I want to start getting to stuff like this. Affective endocarditis. All right, so affective endocarditis is a disease called IE. It says it is a heart infection caused by bacteria that enters the bloodstream and attached to the heart's valve or lining. Bacteria from the what, y'all? From the mouth can cause IE, especially if you have poor dental hygiene. Ooh-wee. So you getting fevers, you getting chills, you getting rashes, then you will go to your doctor and they will say that you have a thyroid issue. And then they would check your thyroid issue and they would see that your T3 is off, your T4 is off, your T3 and your T4 is off, and your free thyroid stimulating hormone is off, but they never tell you the root cause. And the whole time has been coming from an infection that is going through the meridian pathways and through the blood capillaries down to your throat. The first organ you gonna hit after you swallow your food is your thyroid and your parathyroid. And you wonder why you're deficient in iodine, but you're still eating iodine food. That's because calcium is concentrating itself from there because calcitonin, which is produced by the parathyroid gland, is going to strip calcitonin or calcium from the blood to go neutralize that metabolic acidic area because it's too much bacteria there. So you thinking that you have a thyroid issue and you don't. The whole time it was a dental gum disease. The whole time it was a jawbone cavitation. The whole time it was periodontal disease. The whole time your mouth pH was thrown off. The whole time you had too much fungus and Candida albicans on the teeth. That's why you can find Candida albicans throughout the body. That's why most people that have thrush on their tongue have toenail fungus. Why is the same fungus on my toenails or on my fingernails and in my gut lining is in my mouth? That means that my mouth is connected to every inch of my body. Every inch. So if you take care of your mouth, you will take care of your whole body. Now, for those that don't know, I own my own farm. On the farm, we have a beautiful, brand new $500,000 horse stable. I love horses. My first horse when I was 14, it was called Chaos. He actually died of heartworms. So may the Most High rest Chaos' soul. Yes, animals do have some type of significance of a soul or a personality. So my first horse I had when I was 14 name was Chaos. And Chaos actually died. Yes, it was in Lake St. Louis, Missouri. And he died of heartworms. Now, when we went to get the horse, y'all, let me show you. Because we had somebody look at the horse. Remembering back then blew my mind because I was meditating on this earlier. I said, why, in order for my OGs to pick out the horse for me, before they checked the tail, before they checked the actual horse shoes, before they checked the horse skin, before they looked at the horse eyes, guess what the first thing they looked at, y'all? They opened that horse mouth and they looked at the horse teeth. And by the actual horse teeth and how healthy the horse teeth was, that determined whether we was going to buy the horse or not. Ooh, we. Then it made me start meditating about slavery. When we were brought into becoming prisoners of war. Yes, not brought over a vast amount of waters on these ships that you can never find, but by people coming here and when we was already here and they forced us to work and then they sold us as property on our own land. What was the first thing that they used to do? They used to stand you up on the chopping block or on the selling block, right? They'll look at your body composition and see if you was muscular or not. That depended if you was going to work in the field, you was going to work in the mills, or you was going to work in the house. Right? Of course, your complexion had a lot to do with that, too. But then the next step they do into making a slave is they lift your jaw lines and they check your teeth. And I remember watching old slavery movies. And when they showed the teeth, they sold them for cheap. And the reason why they sold them for cheap, because they bad teeth, they knew that their life expectancy was going to be very, very low. And I'm going to sell you a $5 Negro. because his mouth ain't right. But if his mouth together, you finna give me about 300-400 for this Negro. So even looking at it in that standpoint, and I hope I'm not causing any trigger points, because remember, them are my ancestors too. But it just amazed me that it's like they always knew that the teeth was the signification of your health. Everybody know that. And then all of a sudden today, we just don't even talk about the teeth. You don't even mention the teeth. Why are you going to holistic practices and they not talking about the teeth? That should be the first thing when you come into any dental clinic. Open your mouth. When you come into any doctor's clinic, whether we talking about a physician that practice medicine or a non-physician that practice holistic healing, open your mouth. Let me examine your teeth, because that is the first indication of your whole biological health. I'm just saying, family. So look, check this out. Let me turn it back around. Let me turn this back around, because we always got to pull out these facts, family. We always got to pull out the facts. And I'm going to answer all questions, y'all. So just hold y'all horses. Ain't that ironic? We talking about horses and I'm telling y'all to hold y'all horses. Check this out. I don't know why it ain't turning. Okay. So now look, showing you this. Fevers, chills, sweat, skin rashes, pain, tenderness, redness, swelling, sore throat, headaches, persistent cough. You can get bronchitis and something could go on with your lungs and you wondering why you coughing, because you trying to expel the bacteria and the microbes that's in your lungs or in your bronchial tubes, and they gonna give you a cough suppressive therapy, and the whole time you trying to get rid of bacteria that came in from your teeth, that came in from your mouth. White patches on the mouth or the tongue, or what you would call candida albicans or thrust buildup. So this just show you that effective endocarditis, which is called IE, which is a heart disease that will kill you dead as a doorknob, is caused by bacteria that enters the bloodstream, that attaches itself to heart valves or the lining of the heart or the myocardium of the heart. And this bacteria forms in the mouth, y'all, in the mouth. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. We have to talk about that. We got to talk about this stuff, y'all. You see that? And this just shows you, yes, you do have lymph nodes in your teeth. You do have nerves in your teeth. You do have blood vessels in your teeth. And when you get a root canal or extraction, they take all these out. That is called a dead tooth. A root canal is nothing but the mummification of a tooth. And when you get something mummified, you try to preserve it as much as possible. But once they dig, because you know these people, especially these Europeans, not being racist, just telling facts, they love to, and these conquistadors love to conquer the world, and they rob graves. They open up all of these coffins and all these tombs. They steal all of our ancient jewelry and jewels, all of our scrolls. And then the first thing they want to do is unmummify. I believe they want to unmummify because they take teeth that have jewels and golds in them. But what they notice is the bodies that's not preserved, they had a bad mummification on them, are truly, totally eat through. And they full of bacteria, because guess what the bacteria does? It is made to be the trash can of the biological entity, or what we call the human body. So dead tooth means it's going to be bacteria filled. This is an infestation of bacterium. This bacterium hitches a hike to the jaw lining or the jaw bones. It enters into a blood capillary. And then what it does is it travels throughout the blood system. The blood actually pumps itself around the entire body by way of the lungs and by way of the calf muscles and with help of the heart. And now this bacteria that started in your mouth, or these metabolites or these byproducts that your teeth create, when it cleanses itself through the tubules, now it's entering into the bloodstream. And this is what's causing all of your symptomologies that we call disease. So if you clean your mouth, you clean your body. Yep. So dentures, if they not biologically matching, they're bad for you. You see that? Fill-ins, if it do not biologically match your entity, is bad for you. Bridges, all of these things, crowns, you have to get genetic tests done. And that's the thing I love about a biological, a holistic dentist. They will send your blood work off and send samples off to what they're making for you to see if you are a biological match before they put it in your mouth and kill you. They'll make sure it match. Then they will consult with you and say, look, this is not 100% match, but it's 97%. And then they will allow you to make the decision to put that in your mouth or not. They allow you the decision. Not regular dentists. They just gonna do what they've been taught. Same thing with medicine pushers, or what we call physicians. They do the same thing. It's never really a choice. but they have to make money. And then if you look, and this is the main part of my chapter. I swear to tell the tooth and nothing but the tooth. So help me God. We talk about, and we found a correlation between big food industry, pharmaceutical companies, and the dentist industry. It's an actual web that connects them. And they are all in the same shareholders when it comes to the money, y'all. So it's like they're pushing the propaganda to get you to eat these high sugars. They pushing the propaganda to get you to eat most of these soft foods or these ultra processed foods. They keeping you so busy and doped up that you forget to brush your teeth. So they putting all this stuff in your mouth. Then you're going to go to them anyway. Then once you go to them, they're going to sell you the pharmaceuticals, but they never get to the root cause of any of these issues. And then now all of this plaque and tartar builds up, which is going to pleomorph a different type of bacteria to help to try to come break this tartar down. It can't break it down. So they say, the hell with it. Let me go somewhere else. So they're going to burrow and dig themselves through the gum lining. And then they're going to go to the bloodstream, and they're going to go to every internal and eternal organ of your body, and they're going to start causing havoc there. And then you get this mutation issue because you lacking oxygen. And that's the reason why anybody that have any type of periodontal disease need to be on some type of rectum ozone therapy or topical ozone therapy. You definitely need to be in a hyperbaric chamber getting 100% oxygen through your bloodline. You need to definitely be on a actual stimulating red lighting bed to calm down inflammation, to increase and uptake your hydroxyl vitamin D3. You definitely need to be on some type of IV therapy or infusions to bring in the goodies like all the minerals and the amino acids you need. You're going to have to go out your way until you get that infection out. And the best way to get that infection out is by good hygiene that doesn't have chloride, that doesn't have fluoride in it. We know that fluoride is known to kill and calcify the pineal gland and other different organs and other different endocrine glands inside the body. So brush your teeth 3 times a day. When you wake up in the rising, you're going to wet brush. All right. Throughout the day, towards the middle of the day, you're going to dry brush. At night, before you go to sleep, you're going to wet brush again. Make sure that when you get a toothbrush, it's made out of bamboo and get some bristles in it that's not connected to a boar or a pig. Make sure that it's a clean toothbrush with high standards in it that will not leave any microplastics or any polymers or any types of polyester inside of your mouth that's going to cause you to have microplastic toxicity, or that's going to limit how much electricity is actually going through your body. That's the first thing. Then you need some actual toothpaste or powder that doesn't have anything in it that's going to kill your good bacteria in your mouth, and that's going to kill you through toxicity. Look on the back of your toothpaste. If on the back of your toothpaste, and when you look at the end of it, if it have that black square on it, that means it's 100% chemicals. Matter of fact, let's look that up real quick. Hold on, family. Let's look that up real quick. What does the different color squares on the back of your toothpaste mean? Ooh-wee. Let's look at it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We finna pull this up. Let me turn this around real quick. All right. So the different color squares on the back of your toothpaste tube do not indicate anything about the toothpaste ingredients and are simply color marks used by the manufacturing company to identify and cut the seals during production. Lies. So when you look at the black part, and this is how they always get you. When you look at the black part, it always means pure chemical. When you look at the red part, it always means natural plus chemical compositions. When you look at the blue part, it's usually medicated. That's why if you go to the dentist, not a biological holistic dentist, but a regular dentist, when they give you toothpaste, it's always medicated toothpaste. You're going to always see that blue square. And then greens means natural. But there's new recent articles showing that even the green is not natural. They just saying it comes from natural bases or natural products. But if they put a preservative on it, or if they put an additive in it, they can still put the green to consider it natural, y'all. Just think about stuff like that. So back to what I was saying. When you cleaning your teeth, make sure that you're using natural toothpaste. And the best way that I can think about making natural toothpaste is just making your own. And I done gave y'all the actual ingredients to my toothpaste so many times. But what you can do is You can just use regular sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is what you call baking soda. Make sure that it does not have mercury in them or aluminum in them, because a bunch of the sodium bicarbonate or baking soda that you're getting from your stores actually have aluminum and mercury in them. So make sure that's aluminum and mercury free. Now, what you can do with that is you can add it to some clove powder. You can add it to some gum powder. You can add it to some white oak bark. You can mix them in all equal parts and then put a tablespoon of activated charcoal to become a binder in it. Mix it together, and that is some amazing tooth powder / paste. What you're going to do is you're going to brush your teeth every rising, in the middle of the day, and before you go to sleep. And the rising, always wet brush, because your teeth was actually cleansing themselves at night. In the middle of the day, dry brush, because from what you're eating, your teeth is going to open up those tubules and it's going to get rid of a lot of metabolic waste again. So you're going to want to dry brush to knock those off. At night, you're going to wet brush again. After you get done brushing, once you get done brushing, floss your teeth. Always floss. Do not get regular floss. Get hemp floss. You see that? Get coconut floss. There's so many different types of flosses now, but do not use the regular floss because it got fluoride and chloride embedded in the floss. Get between your teeth and try to get under the gum lining. Now, if you're getting under the gum lining so much that the gums are starting to bleed, you're being too hostile to your teeth. Get under that gum lining, because that's where the first plaque is building up at, because that's where the tubules is actually at. Always brush your gums. Not only do you brush your teeth, but you brush your gums. And it's good when you brush your gums to go through each teeth. You're going to turn that toothbrush to a 45-degree angle, and you're going to go in circular motions. It's better to have a vibrating toothbrush, and you're going to go in circular motions, and you're going to try to get up under each of those gum linings with your teeth. For every tooth, you do 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Then you move on to the next tooth. Once you get done with your top level, you're going to go to the back of your top level, and you're going to do the same thing. Then you go to the bottom jaw. The bottom jaw start at 216. Work your way to 32 if you got all of them, or just work your way through, and you're going to do the same thing. Each teeth, get close to the gum line. You're going to angle that toothbrush at 45 degree, and the whole thing is to brush the tooth and try to get up under the gum line as good as possible. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. You go through each tooth in the front of the bottom row. Then you do the same thing on the back. After that, you floss. Once you floss, it is best to do a water pick. Water pick. Now, the beautiful thing I love about a water pick, what I do is on Sundays, I do half water and I do half hydrogen peroxide, food grade. And you're going to water pick for 60 seconds through each of your teeth with that water pick. What that hydrogen peroxide is going to bring a hydrogen peroxide and oxygen. That's damn near ozone therapy. Or you can get some ozonated olive oil. And what you're going to do with the ozonated olive oil is you're going to gargle with it and you're going to swallow it. But do not swallow the hydrogen peroxide. Gargle with it for about a minute and spit it out. You see that? Gargle with it, then spit it out. Then once you're done with that, now it's time to tongue brush. I recommend that everybody tongue brush with a wooden tongue brush or a actual copper tongue brush. Tongue brush. Get into the back of the tongue and move yourself forward. If you got a gagging problem, hold the tip of your tongue, pull it out as much as you can, and you brush that thing. Now, if you have teeth decay, which looks like this. This is periodontal disease. If you look at this, look at it. The gum line's supposed to be up here. We see that the bone is actually infected. Now, look what happened. The bone is infected because they had a root canal. Oh, snaps. And guess what they left inside the root canal? They actually left the actual nerves. They left the nerve. This is called a caries. A caries is when a cavitation is formed inside of the teeth. And look, notice that the bacteria is making its way down to the root, and then it enters into the bloodstream. Y'all see that? So you have to, and that's the reason why it's good to actually cleanse and brush underneath the teeth and try to get it in the gums. But notice it's red. It's red because the gums are inflamed. Your gums supposed to be a pink color, and they not supposed to be dark either. But usually we see that people that smoke a lot or people with high melanin content that's healthy will have some dark gums. But usually you don't see that. You see that? So we talked about brushing the teeth. We talked about the ingredients to brush your teeth with. We talked about the type of toothbrush you need. We talked about gargling with hydrogen peroxide. We also talked about gargling with ozonated virgin olive oil. We talked about water picking or tooth flossing. We talked about flossing with regular floss that don't have chloride or fluoride inside or embedded inside the strings. Look, last but not least is diet and hydration. Make sure that you're eating food that doesn't have high sugar molecules in it. And what I mean by that is, I mean polysaccharide sugars. And I'm not talking about monosaccharides and disaccharides that come from fruits and vegetables. Them are very good for you, but you still need to brush your teeth because them break down between your teeth. And then the bacteria got to come get those as well. And if you're not cleansing them, the bacteria will break down your tooth and enter into your bloodstream. But I'm talking about junk food. I'm talking about pizzas. I'm talking about all these ultra processed foods that you're not supposed to be eating. They're very, very acidic and they will break down your teeth. And look, I'm a realist. Even when you talk about citric fruit, electrical fruits like lemons, like grapefruits, like grapes, like limes. These things are highly citric. They will break down the enamel of your teeth. So if you are doing that, make sure you're brushing your teeth very good as well, family. We have to keep up with our oral hygiene because your oral hygiene is the actual precipice of the whole health stance in your body, family. And that's just automatic truth, and these are facts. So foods that you need to be eating is whole foods. Whether we talking about whole fruits, apples, strawberries, oranges, watermelon, blueberries, blackberries. These are whole fruits. You also need to be eating whole vegetables. Kale. Yes, kale is a good one. Swiss chard. That's a very, very good one. Watercress. Make sure that you're cleansing the hell out of your watercress, though, because there's been a lot of mercury issues coming from the watercress lately, even if it's organic and wild crafted. But these are good vegetables. Romaine lettuce. You still have to clean your teeth, but they will not leave so many acids or so many metabolic metabolites left over on your teeth, and it won't cause acidosis or holes or the degrading of your teeth to happen, right? Next thing is we can talk about grains, which is still fruits. Quinoa. Make sure that's the tricolor quinoa, not the white quinoa. The white quinoa is missing minerals and it is mucus forming, but the tri-grain quinoa, which is still a fruit, it is not. And it's actually alkalining to the body. You see that? It's actually alkaline to the body. You can do things like that. All right. So look, we're talking about the fruits. We're talking about the vegetables. We're talking about certain grains. Now we got to get into hydration. If you're going to juice your fruits, you're getting rid of all the fibers. So that's pure sugar. Make sure you brushing your teeth because that pure sugar, even though that is a monosaccharide and a disaccharide and it's good for the body, sometimes it can be bad to the mouth because it gets stuck in the teeth. Make sure you cleansing your teeth, right? Now, we know that your fruit juices is more hydrated than water, H2O. I'm going to always choose H3O2 over anything. But make sure that you truly, truly brushing and keeping up with your oral hygiene because those sugars, since it's not having fiber in it, can get stuck in the mouth and break down and decay the teeth. These are facts. Now, last but not least is H2O spring water. Spring water is good because spring water don't have sugar in it. But you still have to brush your teeth. See that? So when you adopt a holistic diet, when you adopt a holistic form of hydration, when you take a holistic biological approach to keeping up with your oral hygiene, we notice that cancer leave. We notice that boils leave. We notice that sinus infection leaves. We notice that liver condition leaves. You can have a whole cyst on your liver, and it can be because your liver is taking the toxicity from your mouth. These are facts. Matter of fact, let me just show y'all since y'all, I should just show them, huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just show them. Hold on. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about here. Because this stuff is amazing when you really start thinking about it. Hold on. Let me change this. Let me change it. Where you at? Now, look. This is more evidence of the meridian. This is a PDF saying evidence of the meridians. Y'all should see these articles. And, man, they did this, man. I ain't going to lie. Read these articles and it just shows that these meridians do exist. I need y'all to Google this and download this PDF. It talks about Fred Gallo, PhD. It talks about the Robert Becker, which Robert Becker, I believe, created that book talking about the electricity in the nervous system. It's called Body Electric, I believe. That's a dope, amazing book. Young Pharaoh put me onto that book about 7-8 years ago. And that book blew my mind. Hold on, y'all. We ain't done. We ain't done here. Look. All right. How do people contract effective endocarditis? It's just talking about it from the teeth. And it's more and it's more and it's more, y'all. It is more. It's just so much. So much information. Association between periodontal disease and liver disease. This actually, in this clinical data, y'all, showing you how your teeth and you having cavities and you having disease in your jawline can cause you to have liver failure, y'all. Like, I'm not making this stuff up. This stuff is out here. This stuff is out here. We just got to really look it up. And this information is out here. And the beautiful thing is, well, it's not beautiful because my people are sick, but I am finding this stuff in my clinic every single day. We finding this stuff. And the associations is always, I mean, like, it's crazy. And then, like, you can look at these dental charts and it's right and exact. It's right and exact. I mean, right and exact. Just look at teeth number 1. Look at teeth number 1, which is your back upper molar. Look at what it's associated with. Internal ear, tongue, central nervous system, the limbic system, the pituitary gland. And then most of the people that got this root canal or got it pulled or wrong extraction have pituitary tumors. And I'm not even lying to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then let's not even talk about that side tooth that all of us is missing. Yeah, that side tooth that everybody is just missing, which is tooth number 5. Look at what tooth number 5 is connected to. You see that? The ethmoid cavity, the diaphragm. Look at that. The nose, the breast, the thymus, the post-pituitary, your lower spinal column and your top of your spinal column. You thinking you having back pains. It's your teeth in the meridian pathway that's connected to it. You see that shoulder, hands, elbow. Most of y'all got back pains. Y'all got all of these different issues and things that is going on with your system. And you thinking it's the actual system itself, but it's actually the actual meridian pathways. And it's actually the blood works and the lymphatic works that's connected to that area of your teeth. Health start in your mouth. And I swear to tell the tooth and nothing but the whole tooth. So help me God. Hey, that's the name of the chapter in Healing Illusion. Look. I can't wait till y'all get my book. I'm telling y'all, it is going to change the world single-handedly. I promise I can put my life on that. It's going to change the world single-handedly. Yes, I swear to tell the tooth and nothing but the tooth, so help me God. I think it's like chapter 14 or something. And it's a beautiful, beautiful chapter. It's the chapter right after the illusion we call cancer. I go into the teeth. I go into the teeth. All right. So I'm finna start answering things. Did I answer every question about the teeth for y'all before I start taking phone calls? Let me know. I'm sorry, but I don't DM nobody. I don't answer or respond to DMs. I promise you, thousands of people DM me a day. I just don't do it. There's too many fakes out here, so I don't do it. I only operate from pages that have a blue mark on it. If you don't see a blue verification page, check next to it. It is not me. I will never, ever ask you for money on social media. I always do business through www.yahkiawaken.com. Flat out. Them are just the truths. All right. I'm not emailing nobody. I'm not finna respond to you in the inbox. Every now and then I probably will, but it's going to be from a verified page. And that's just something quick where I send you a link to the website. I don't have a MoneyGram. I don't have a Telegram. I'm not finna ask you to send me no money to nothing. No, you pay for it on the site or you come into the clinic, 2402 North Highway 67, Florissant, Missouri, 63033. You come see me at my place of establishment and I'll check you out in the corner. I'll check you out at our kiosk machine. But other than that, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not finna be hitting you up and having conversations. I don't will and deal on my prices or my prices. So if they saying they finna give you a deal, I promise it ain't me. We spend too much money on employees, herbs, and inventory to give you deals all the time. So if they want to lowball and say, well, I'm going to give you the consultation for $500, that ain't Yahki. My consultations or they price and they don't change. So, y'all be careful out there. It's people out here that are getting y'all hard-earned money and playing on y'all minds and playing on y'all emotions and playing on y'all sicknesses. All right. So, yes. What's the number to the clinic, they said?
It's 314
455
3372.
3372. That's the number to the actual clinics. I don't have a Telegram. I am banned off of TikTok. They banned me. I just tried to create another TikTok. They banned it again. So I'm not on TikTok. If it's not a verified blue check page, I promise you it's not me. All right. What toothpaste ingredients to use? You have to go and replay this video. Go and replay this video. Phil Cole for my brother. Peace, King. He asks, what about Veneers? Veneers, I don't recommend veneers or implants depending on what kind they are. So what I've been talking about is, and I'm going to introduce y'all to my biological holistic dentist. I'm going to see her Monday, and we're working something out where I'm gonna be able to get a discount on y'all from me referring y'all to her, and it's gonna be a discount on y'all end. I won't even make money off of it. It's just to get it cheaper, because going to a holistic biological dentist can be, kind of expensive. And I noticed that a lot of insurance companies are not giving them insurance, just like they denied our insurance. They act like they was gonna give it to us, but then they're like, no, we can't cover the herbs. Only thing we can cover is some of the therapies, because of what type of, you're a non-physician. The type of practice is that you don't push medicine. And most of your biological holistic dentists don't push medications. In extreme cases, they will give you an antibiotic. In extreme case, because it is needed in extreme case, you gonna knock it out, and then we can rebuild you through prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics. But sometimes you do have to knock that infection out, or you'll go sepsis and you would die. So they will give you a antibiotic every now and then, but that's about it. So what we notice is, when you really start trying to help people heal and not try to push medicine, the insurance companies don't mess with you. They don't want to insure anything. So we just have to come up with more innovative ways to make it less expensive for the people. Everybody say, well, Yahki so expensive. Yes, I am. But I pay top dollar for my herbs. I got 18 employees. I have a 22 square foot warehouse to make the 22,000 square foot warehouse to make the herbs. I have a 18,000 square foot clinic. You see what I'm saying? We have a 10-acre farm that we're growing food on. So like all this stuff that we're doing for the community, it has to be paid for. And if I pay for it myself without the help of giving y'all services, because y'all paying for services and products. It's not like I'm just asking y'all for money. Y'all have never heard me ask y'all for anything. Y'all never heard me to ask y'all donate. Y'all won't find one link or one video of me asking the people to donate or give me $1. Because I sell products and services. And from that, we put it back into the community. But we spend millions and millions on herbs every year, on just rent, upkeep, maintenance. I have millions of dollars of equipment in this building alone. And I'm not even at the clinic, nor am I at the, I'm at the studio. So this stuff take a lot to keep up with, family. And just with that being said, y'all got to pay for it. And then y'all pay rent and do everything else. Put your health first. So it is what it is, family. And every now and then we give away a lot of stuff. Right. How many free things you think we give away?
Shoot, we give away. Somebody gets something every day.
Every day somebody comes. Yeah. Every day somebody come to my clinic and leave for something for free. Every day. And every now and then we'll do a sale. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not the Willa Dillon type of doctor. No, I worked hard for what I got going on, and you gonna pay me for my services. And if you feel some type of way about that, you could just go follow somebody else, or keep listening to all this free information that I'm giving you right now. That's all. Can you regrow teeth? Yes, you can regrow teeth. They have technology now called teeth ultrasound technology. Let me show you that. Let me show you that real fast. Hold on. This is simple Google real quick. Teeth ultrasound technology is now growing teeth back. Watch this. Ooh-wee. Hold on. Hold on, family. I'm going to prove it. Yes, ultrasound technology can help regrow teeth. Researchers at the University of Alberta have developed a device and uses low-intensity pulse ultrasound, which is called LIPUS, to stimulate dental tissue healing the jaw and growth. This device could help people who have dental root resorption, which can be caused by braces, diseases, and endocrine disturbances. See that? And it just shows you that they do have devices now, ultrasound devices, that can grow teeth back. Now, you can have the gums in the jawline or deep cavitations that have messed up the bone so much where you don't get a response. But yes. Yeah. Any more questions about the teeth? I think comfrey does that too. Yes. Well, comfrey won't necessarily regrow the teeth, but it will help promote teeth growing. Comfrey. So if you look at your teeth are extensions of your bones. That's why your teeth are not supposed to be white. Teeth are naturally yellow. Naturally. If you have white teeth, you're either putting activated charcoal on them a lot to make them white, or you bleaching them, or you putting some type of chloride or fluoride on them. But your teeth is naturally supposed to be yellow, not yellow in an infectious way, but yellow in the natural, off-white color is supposed to be, because it's your bone. It's an extension of your bone. That's the reason why I have lymphatics. That's the reason why I have blood. And that's the reason why I have nerves in it. You see what I'm saying? So yes, your teeth is not supposed to be pure white. That's what we've been taught by European programming and European education. And these are just The facts. You won't go anywhere into indigenous tribes and see white teeth. Their teeth are yellow and their teeth are way healthier than yours. And guess what? Half of them don't even brush their teeth. They're just eating holistic foods. They're chewing on licorice roots. They're chewing on certain barks. And they're making sure that they clean their teeth throughout the day. They're using barks for toothpicks and all types of stuff. They're not brushing their teeth at all. And they're way healthier than you and I. Why is that? Because what they putting in their mouth and what they eating. They're eating. And look, and this is what really gets you. Half of them eat meat. I think I done pissed somebody off. Half of them eat meat, but they not eating the meat you eating. And they making sure they cleanse themselves, and they don't eat meat every single day. They actually hunt for their food, and when they can't hunt for their food, they're eating fruits, and they eating vegetables. You see that? They eating wild crafted things. And they don't eat all day. They do something called permanent intermittent fasting. Their bodies are biologically processing and detoxifying themselves. So if we go back to living that way, without the meat consumptions, we will be a healthy society. See what I'm saying? Take care of your mouth. You take care of your whole entire well-being, family. And these are just facts. Shouldn't we floss before brushing? You can floss before, but I floss in the middle stage. I floss and I toothpick in the middle stage. And then I floss throughout the day as well. But the way I said it is the way I've been doing it, the way all of my clients been doing it, and it's good. Is it safe to have braces? Again, it depends on who you are. It depends on who you are. Depends on who you are. You can get certain bridges that's a biological match to your body, and that will help pull your teeth in a certain way as well. So it all depends on who you are. Everybody is different. Everybody diet is different. Everybody react to different things, y'all. I don't put everybody on the same diet. I don't put everybody on the same herbs. I don't. Everybody biological entity is different. You have certain races that need more minerals than us. When you look at Europeans, they need more calcium than we do. We have more bone mineral density than any other nation on this planet. You see that? Our mineral is iron phosphate. If we lack iron phosphate, it causes a bunch of complications to our system. If the white man lack calcium, it causes a bunch of complications to his system. If the Mongolian or the Eurasian people, which come from Europeans, Europeans come from, or what you call Asian people, if they lack iodine, they have a bunch of complications. So it shows you that their main mineral is iodine. See, race medicine is a thing. Hey, tell them about Harvard if it go through. Right. Guess what Harvard asked me, y'all? Tell them.
They want Yahki to come and speak on the differences between the races and their medical makeup. So proving that we are technically, biologically different.
And that's going to be at Harvard University. Harvard invited me to come speak and talk about the biological racial difference.
That's right.
Of the human anatomy. Do y'all know I'm finna blow the roof? You asked me to do what? Dr. Yahki to do what? I've been talking about this for how long? So that's going to... Hey, look, y'all. Whew. In that chapter, and I ain't doing nothing but bringing my book. I'm going to bring my book and put it as a presentation. I'm just going to read my book and show it as a presentation. And that's going to blow minds. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, beautiful things are happening this year. Beautiful things always happen in my life. But this year is different. This year is different, y'all. Like, it really is. You know, especially the academics, the rewards, the certificates, the certifications, the book release, the episode, everything we got going on. And I've been learning not to speak so much and just show. But, you know, hey, man, I'm just loving what's going on, y'all. Yes, years. That's right, Zed. I've been speaking on this for 10 years. 10 years. And now they're finally starting to talk about it. And who first turned me on to this is my personal teachers. May Elohim rest his soul. Moment of silence for him. Dr. Layla Africa is the first person that even questioned me about the biological difference. And since there is a biological difference, there should be a different approach to the so-called medication. And anybody that's biologically different from us can heal with the same thing because we are made to eat a superior food, and the superior food heals all. So, man, look, this book is going to change the world. We are a special and a peculiar people, family. I keep trying to tell you. And they finna let me prove it to thousands of people. And to a medical board and to their students, right? Right. And to their medical students. Oh, man, I'm finna show my black ASS up in their mug. And I ain't gonna say one curse word. I'm gonna speak very, very elegant. I'm gonna use all of the big medical words. Y'all gonna be like, who in the hell is this brother up here today? And I might put on a suit. In that deal. With the boots, flat out. All right, I'm finna answer a few of y'all questions. Let me put y'all back up here. All right, what we got? Who we got? Yes, clean your teeth, family. They say some don't put on the suit.
I knew they would say that.
Don't put on the suit, bro. I ain't never wore a suit in my life. Can gums grow back? Yes, I grew my gums back. Yes, they can. It's about time. I'm just playing. I'm not putting on a suit. I definitely put on a button down now, y'all, with some trousers. Ain't this what they call them, trousers? I'll put a button down on with some trousers. I've been wearing that anyway. If y'all been looking, I've been dressing real different anyway. Oil pulling is amazing. You should oil pull with ozonated olive oil or oil pull with coconut oil. Make sure when you oil pull at the right time. A lot of y'all are oil pulling too early and then y'all spitting it out. Make sure that you do at least 10 to 15 minutes of oil pulling to really draw and pull out all. And if you look at coconut oil is a very good mono fat, and it's good for, because it's, I don't want to call it antibacterial, but it's super probiotic promotive. So oil pulling is good when you get into coconut oil. And if you are suffering from herpes and you can't have that high amount of L-arginine in your mouth, definitely use ozonated, uh, very organic olive oil. All right, let's see who we got here. Can you oil pull with castor oil? I wouldn't personally oil pull with castor oil. Castor oil is made to penetrate the skin.
Oh
I
wow,
mean,
nigga.
peace, God. But castor
What's
oil
going
is
on?
made to penetrate the skin all the way down to the bone. So I wouldn't oil pull with castor oil, and then swallowing castor oil in high amount can be very toxic to you. It actually can make you hallucinate. It can just be very bad for the system orally taking it like that. So if you're going to use castor oil, do castor oil packs. Rub it into your liver from your skin. Put it on a castor oil pack, tie it to your body, and let it slowly absorb. But I wouldn't do it in my mouth. I'm not saying if you do a small amount that it'll kill you, but it's better to topically use castor oil. People do take like little teaspoons every now and then, but I'm just saying, me personally, from all the people I seen that use castor oil, because we use some of the highest potency grade of it, it never really did them good. They had a very bad detoxification response from taking it orally. So I recommend that you do it topically, and you can put a lot on to get that deep penetration. That deal will pull. I done seen castor oil break down breast tumors, break down cysts, get rid of liver cysts and abscess. I done seen that deal get rid of everything. So if you do have a jaw issue, or if you do have a deep cavitation in the jaw or periodontal disease, it's good to rub it on your jawline and then put it on top of you. I do that, but I wouldn't be gargling and stuff like that with it. Just me personally though. All right, peace, King. What's up with you?
What's going on?
How you feeling, brother? What's your name and where you from?
My name Keith. I'm from Detroit.
Detroit, D town. What up with it, brother? Talk to
Not
me.
much. So I just discovered I got a aneurysm in my
Uh-huh.
brain. Always, and I was just trying to see what I can do to help that, or kind of
Okay.
like lessen the blow of that, or
Okay.
what you recommend.
Okay. So it ain't messing with your speech because you're still speaking. Is it messing with your nerves in your face?
Well, yeah, my nerves in my face. As you can see, my nerves in my face. That's from the head
Okay.
or whatever.
Do okay. I
Paralysis.
see
I
it.
also got herniated disc in my neck.
Herniated disc in
So
your neck.
yeah,
Okay.
squeeze like kind of put a little pressure on my brain stem.
All
So
right.
my fluid not flowing all the way down to my sacrum and back up like
All
it's
right, so the
supposed to.
first thing you're gonna need to do is relieve a lot of that pressure, that peripheral pressure and that oncotic pressure. And the best way to relieve pressure from your brain is by moving what you would call the glymphatic system. And the way you move the glymphatic system, I'm gonna give you two ways. But unless you have to move the lymphatic system first to be able to move the glymphatic system. This is the sewage system of the body. So when you look at the lymphatic system is relieved of that pressure by way of the kidneys and the adrenals. So you have to get your kidneys and your adrenals online. So the first thing I want to do is show you the physical way, because the physical way will actually help you quicker than the herbs. So the physical way is by now, but see, then I don't want you jumping around with that aneurysm too. Hold on, because you can't be bouncing and jumping around with that aneurysm because that is cutting off circulation. They don't recommend you flying either, do they?
No, nobody's. I just found out Wednesday. I go back to see the doctor Monday. So nobody has told me anything about what and what not to do.
So this is what I want to do. I want to send you over some magnets. I want to send you over a magnetic hat and a magnetic pillow. magnetic hat
Okay.
and a magnetic pillow. I will send it out Tuesday. I send you out a magnetic hat and a magnetic pillow for free, and then I'm gonna send you some herbs. But we got to be careful with the brain aneurysm, especially where it's at, because you don't want to cause any type of major clotting factor, because that can cause a stroke. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And then the thing is, if you jumping up and down, you don't want to be moving that clot everywhere. So you got to be just real careful with it. So I think we should break it down with magnetics, with magnetism, and that's the approach that I would try. And then I eat rich foods that's very, very rich in antioxidants and chlorophyll. So you should eat foods that's high in berries like blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, mulberries, saw palmetto berries, especially those purple and those dark berries. And the reason why I'm saying the purple and dark berries, because they full of anthocyanins. And then I get in some dark chlorophyll leafy greens. For
Okay.
instance, like you have something called broccoli sprouts.
Okay.
Not broccoli in its full grown stage, but broccoli sprouts.
Yeah,
It's
they
full
like
of
kind of
so
like little. I see them. I see them all the
yeah,
time.
and it's full of sulforaphane and glucoraphanase. That's really, really good to break up that area and to cleanse it out real good. Another thing would be watercress. See if you can find some wild craft harvest watercress. Another thing is romaine, dark leafy green kales, and things like that. And you're gonna take that as a green juice. Don't eat it whole, juice it. Don't juice the fruits, but juice the vegetables. That way you can break through the cellulose and bring in all that chlorophyll in there, and that'll help you out as well. And then we're gonna use the magnetics. You also need to lay down on the magnetic pillow with the magnetic hat on you, and we'll do that. And after we do that for probably about a month or two, then we'll start manually moving you. And the manually moving, we just start working on the lymphatics in your axillary area, in your cervical area, your sphenoid area, your ethmoid area. And these are basically the cavities and pockets behind your brain that's going to help you drain yourself of mucus, and that's going to relieve that oncotic pressure. That's going to relieve that peripheral pressure, and that allow your actual lymphatic system to breathe, to actually get rid of what you got going on. Then after that, that's when we talk about increasing blood flow and increasing circulation. With people that got brain tumors, when they lack in oxygen or any tumor in their body, I don't recommend increasing blood flow too fast, because it creates more of an anaerobic state. Anybody with an aneurysm or tumor, I don't increase blood flow super fast, because you don't want to grow that area or move the aneurysm or that clot too fast, because again, it can cause a stroke. So I think the
Right.
best way to do that is through the electrical magnetic field. And I can do that with some very, very high gauss of magnets, which we sell here at the clinic, and I just
Okay.
send them to you.
All right. I appreciate you,
If I
bro.
just follow him, all he got to do is accept me, and I'll give him information.
Now B said he just followed you. He said, "Would you please accept him for he can get your information, and we'll send that off
Uh,
to you."
okay. One more thing. I'm doing the cleanse right now, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'll show you some right quick if you don't mind. I'm doing this cleanse right now, and
Go get some magnet pillows, some magnets real fast.
I'm using this right here.
What is that?
That is Ultra Max Ultra Flat Max Plus 360. I got some grass fed collagen
Uh-huh.
peptides,
So
and I got the.
what are you taking the peptides protein for?
I was doing the cleanse because I was just trying to clean out my system and slow down my blood pressure
Yeah.
as good as
So,
possible.
but the blood pressure is not, the blood pressure is coming from your kidneys and your adrenals. You backed up, like I said, systemically, and then oncotically, and then you backed up peripherally.
Mhm.
So you need to be doing things like parsley leaf. You need to be doing things like cilantro. You need to be doing things like that to stimulate your kidneys. Juniper berries to open up your kidneys, for your kidneys can relieve all that pressure through your nephrons and get rid of the pressure that way. Me
I
personally, I
got
don't see.
super greens right here.
Now, Super
I think it got.
Greens is good. I don't know the company and where it come from or how authentic they is, but Super
Mhm.
Greens is good stuff. But like the collagen and the peptides, I don't really see how that'll help you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And
I got.
everything I'm offering you is not even herbs. That's what I'm saying. You'll get it better from your foods until we move that thing, and then we can start increasing circulation. So, but you do need to be focused on the kidneys. And these are the things I'm talking about right here. So, like, this is a very, very powerful magnet. We always do the negative side to the body. The gray side is the positive. The black side is the negative. You'll put it on your head, but this is a pillow that I want you to sleep on. I'm gonna send you this pillow, and you will sleep on this pillow every night. This will help regulate. This will help break down the aneurysm and that clot and get your blood flowing properly, but it's not going to do it too strong where we cause some type of shortage and then you suffer from a heart attack or stroke. So I'm gonna send you this and then just do everything else I said. If I was you, I would do that. And if you follow what I would do, I think that'll help you out way more. But one thing I don't want you to do is just stuff in your body with a lot of stuff that you think that's gonna cleanse you and it's not.
Okay. Yeah, because
So
this
that's what
cleanse
I would do.
right now, like this cleanse I'm doing right now, that those 3 things I showed you, I'm also taking this too. I was trying to, whatever.
Well, yeah.
Get
So
clear.
look, this
Get, but
what I would
it's,
do.
mhm.
What I would do is what I said.
I'm
That's
just
what I would do. All right, brother.
one more time. Yeah.
So hit not be up, give me your info, and we send this stuff off to you. And I
Okay,
send
I
you
sure
something
will.
for and I send you something for your kidneys.
Okay.
And somebody said cayenne pepper too. Cayenne pepper is real good, but remember, cayenne pepper increases circulation. So I wouldn't do cayenne pepper right now because it
Okay.
increases circulation.
Okay.
Like I just hold on, I just want to show them something real quick. And
Okay.
aneurysm. Let me show
Okay.
them something real fast. Let me just show them something. Hold on. So look, I just want to show y'all what an aneurysm actually is. See that? So when you look at an actual aneurysm, it is not only a ballooning of the actual artery. You see how they put an aneurysm clip on it to get it
Yeah.
off, but it can cause blockages too. So what you don't want to do is say if you got an aneurysm or you have an actual blockage in the artery, you
Mhm.
don't want to create super circulation because that's how you bust them when
Okay.
blood flow. And then all the pressure that you have, all the uncaught pressure will still go into there and it's going to force the walls of the actual artery or that bubble, the aneurysm, to explode. And that's why a lot of aneurysm causes hemorrhaging, especially of the actual brain. And then you have something called abdominal aneurysms as well. So my first thing would not be to increase circulation. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Okay.
it would be to thin blood. Cayenne pepper is very good to thin out the blood, but it also increases circulation as well. So you can do something like a blood purifier and do things like, bring in your iron phosphate, things like blood root will help thin out the blood. Grapes, purple grapes or Concord grapes got nice tannins in it, will help thin out the blood. That'll take away the pressure, but I wouldn't want to increase the circulation. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
We have to understand that it's an art to healing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to do things the right way or you can cause heart attack or stroke. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yes, and beets is another good one. Sheer beauty. Thank you for saying that. Beets is amazing. And what I would do is I do beets and I mix them with apple juice. Cause you do them beets straight up, boy, is you gonna feel it. You gonna feel them beets. Them beets how you feeling like you're sick. So
Okay.
so look, just hit up Nabi, accept his
Okay. He sent me a
follow.
friend request. All
Yeah,
right.
hit him up and then we'll take care of you, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thanks. Oh, should I be
Peace.
having rashes while I'm doing this cleanse too?
Yes, rash, yes. That's your skin eliminating toxins and metabolites and metabolic waste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I got like a canker sore and a
Yeah.
rash on my
Just
forehead.
let them
And the
come
rest,
out.
just never.
Look at me. Let yourself cleanse. I'm cleansing right now too, and my face still breaking out. So
Okay.
you good. It's
Okay.
supposed to happen.
Yeah,
All
all
right.
this red. All
All
right.
right.
Thanks.
Peace.
Peace.
It's your top left. Hit that X. All right. Who else we got? Who else we got? All right. Talk to me. Talk to me. Peace. Peace. Peace.
Peace. I got me. I'm up here in the bed trying to be quiet next to my
You
daughter. But
know, we got to see your face now. Nope. Turn on that light. I got to see who I'm talking to.
okay.
She talking about something. I'm just in the bed in the dark. No, cut that light on before we converse.
Oh my
Where your
goodness.
face at? There she go. Peace, peace, goddess. How you doing? What's your name and where you from?
Okay. Okay. I'm Dr. Makita. I'm here in Atlanta,
How you doing, Doc?
and
Doc out of A-Town?
I am so excited to be talking to you. Oh my gosh.
What's
But
going on
yeah,
with you?
I appreciate all the work you're doing. But I wanted to get on, not for myself. I mean, I definitely have things for myself, but more pressing, I wanted to get on for my sister.
Mm-hmm.
So back in like 3 years ago, she had a stroke. She's only 36.
Okay.
She had a stroke. Um,
Do you know if her
and
stroke was caused by a clot, aneurysm?
yeah, she had a clot
Okay.
that had traveled to her lungs, I believe.
Okay.
She had a history of vaping.
Mm-hmm.
She also got the,
Yes.
and ever since then, she's been regularly in and out of the hospital, having more like a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And and she's also a flight. She flies a lot, so she's a flight attendant. So she's constantly in the air.
Okay. Which is
Um,
gonna change the pressure anyway and add pressure to her.
yeah. So I told her, and she's a very much a meat eater. Like just everything she eats, alcohol, all that stuff. She's a food influencer too, so she's constantly eating things. I'm just like, you gotta clean it up.
Yes.
But yeah. So that's her situation is the. I don't know if it's her body constantly reacting to the initial trauma of the
Yeah.
stroke.
And she had the stroke after she had that.
Yeah,
Yeah. See,
yeah, because
that
she had
sounds
been
like that's
vaping
what.
for a while,
Yeah,
and
it
then
sounds like that mixed with that is what caused it. I bet you if you checked her arteries, she have a bunch of fibrin built up throughout her venous system and throughout her arteries. She gonna have to break down that spike protein. That's the first thing I do. I make sure that she incorporating turmeric. I make sure she incorporating ginger root. I make sure that she incorporating things like milk thistle to turn the liver on to help the liver, detoxify itself. I definitely would be taking blood thinners, things that have a bunch of natural tannins in it, which is like red grapes, pomegranates, cayenne pepper, things like that to help, really, really break down that stuff. And then at fibrin, you have something called nettokinase. Nettokinase basically a spike protein inhibitor, and it'll keep those spikes on the mechanocytes that's in the blood system down, and it'll keep from making that fibrin that's being produced by the liver. But her main thing is going to be cleansing her blood and cleansing her liver and opening up her kidneys to get rid of metabolic waste. And I'm pretty sure she got a bunch of different metals in them, or what they call in nanobot particles or nanobot technology. So she need to definitely be sleeping on a magnetic bed to just get all of those micro metals out of her body. Definitely. But kidneys, adrenals, food, antioxidant foods that's going to increase oxygen to her body. She need to get off the meat because the meat is going to further clog up her arteries. We already know that, and it hardens arteries as well. I will add in cilantro to help move those heavy metals out of the body. Blue methane would do very good for her as well. Matter of fact, let me show you something. Blue methane in spike proteins. Watch this. Blue methane ridding the body of spike proteins. Now, B, they won't even let you Google it, boy. That's how good that stuff works. They won't even let me Google it. Huh? Let me type it and see if it pop up. Now, let me show you this. This just shows you just how amazing blue methylene is. And I said methane, but blue methylene. Methylene blue inhibits the SARS and COVID-2 spike protein interactions, a mechanism that can contribute to antiviral activity. So this actually helps inhibit and remove the spike protein, methylene blue. So you get you some bottles of that. That's very good as well. But I'm not gonna lie, if she don't change her diet, I
yeah,
mean, everything you're gonna be doing for her is gonna be in vain. And I think all of this happened not only from the vape. I think the vape started it just with the low oxygen, but I think what really put the nail in the coffin was that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was shortly after. So
Yep. So that's what she need, and she definitely need a daily schedule, things to do from when she wake up to when she go to sleep, every hour on hour. When you wake up, drink this water. After you drink this water, do this workout plan. After you walk a mile, break your fast at 12. Once you break your fast at 12, this is what you break your fast with. Don't eat until 2 hours later. You need to literally create her a dietary plan And then you need to create a herbal plan that's not going to move that clot around, but that's going to help break that clot down, plus thin her blood out at the same time, get her kidneys and her adrenals filtering, boost her immunity by making sure her lymphatic system is moving, put her in natural environments, make sure that she's grounding out, let her feet actually touch the grass to bring in all of those electrons to disperse all of those protons that's in her body. That'll bring down body inflammation. She need to go to sleep on a PEMF bed every night for 30 minutes on tranquility. She need magnetism, introduce her into the negative side of the magnets that'll help bring down inflammation, move blood the correct way, and it will pull metals out. She need to increase parsley for kidneys, cilantro for moving heavy metals, methylene blue for getting rid of that spike protein. And then after that, you can start working on that lymphatic system. And then you'll notice when you introduce her to water, when you introduce her to wind or oxygen, you introduce her to earth, which is the electrical magnetic grid in love, and she changed her eating. All these things just, they magically disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
that's what I would do if I was you, if she would even listen to all of that.
yeah.
And that's the hard part.
I'll try. I'll try my best, honestly. Yeah, I appreciate that. Um, one more question. Have you done any video? And I'm a psychologist, not
Mhm.
a medical, even though I have a background, but
Well, doctor is still a doctor. You
yeah,
still earned your
I
title.
know how to
So,
figure
so
things out.
yeah.
Yeah.
So tell them to put that doctorate before your name. It really is what it is.
Yeah. But one more question. Have you done any videos on herbal remedies for psychosis?
Actually, I didn't, but I need to. I need to. But if you look at what psychosis is, most of your psychological events happen from your mouth and your gut. And we notice that most psychosis and most psychological traumas happens from heavy metals in the brain. Like I was just talking about the dentist. Most of your doctors that go through psychosis is dental doctors because they dealing with metals that they're not supposed to be dealing with all day. So
Mm-hmm.
heavy metal detoxing deals with psychosis. Eating a clean diet deal with psychosis. And if you will look at this, let me just Google this for you so you can see this. Watch this. Mineral deficiency correlation or connection to psychosis. Wow. This is
Mm.
mind blowing. Look at this. Research suggests potential correlation between certain nutrient deficiency, particularly vitamin D, and your B vitamins like folic acid, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, and iron, and an increased risk of developing psychosis or experience more severe psychotic symptoms. So
Mm-hmm.
we have to understand that our hormones and that our minerals is what regulates our energy and motion, or what we call emotions. So if you have a thyroid issue and you still getting in ultraviolet rays, but your thyroid is not producing tyrosine, and that tyrosine is not helping cholesterol convert itself over into vitamin D3 because you lack sunlight, then guess what you're going to get? Nature deficiency order. All nature deficiency order mean is clinical depression and psychosis. If you lack your B vitamins because you're not bringing in enough cobalt to your food, and you're not eating enough nuts, or you're not eating enough cobalt, guess what? That's what that happens to. That actually stops serotonin production in the gut. Low serotonin always bring on psychosis.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing is thread worms, pinworms, and toxoplasmosis. These are worms that actually cause a psychosis. It's they droppings in their urines that mess up with you, and you can't absorb all the minerals that you bringing in and all of the proteins you bringing in. That causes psychosis. Dehydration, if you look that up, it can cause severe psychosis. So most of your psychological disorders or disease or deficiencies and toxicities. So if you remove the body of toxins like metals, metabolites, anaerobic waste, anaerobic bacteria, and you increase oxygen and you put the body in more of a natural environment, we notice that the psychosis leave. But you gotta cleanse the gut. And I want to do one more: the permeable gut and gut. Look, this one gonna blow your mind. And I was just researching this a month ago, just showing how gut bacteria influence your actual emotions. Gut bacteria and its influence of your psychotic state. Look at this. See, research suggests that gut bacteria can significantly influence a person's psychotic state through the gut brain axis, a complex communication system between the gastrointestinal tract and the brain. It says alterations in the gut microbiome compositions, potentially contributing to the development of severity of what? Psychosis symptoms by impacting neurotransmitter productions and immune function. So it's all going to be the gut. If you truly, truly want to cleanse somebody's brain and you in the best, see, I think dentists, chiropractors, and psychologists and what you into, I think y'all are the true healers. You know what I'm saying? I'm the pickup crew. I'm the one you come see when ain't nothing else work. I'm here to get you off your deathbed. But y'all are the preventive maintenance. If I think if you introduce this into your practice, I'm telling you, and you really are a priestess. I don't know if you know that or not, but most of your your psychiatrists are priestess. You here talking about the mental capacity, but you really talking about spiritual issues that's going on. You just using it in more of a physical way. You talking about energy and motion. This is something that you really can't see. You just see the physical effects from what's going on internally. So y'all, you a priestess. I think that if you bring this and you start offering, I'm not gonna since we both non-physicians, I'm not gonna say offer a diet plan or stuff like that, but you start telling them what you would do if you had this going on, and you start talking about how you would change your diet and start eating more live foods, and you won't eat foods that have herbicides, insecticides, and pesticides on them. You talk about probiotics and rebuilding the gut microbiome and the glycobiome and stuff like that. You will have a bunch of healing success cases. I mean, out the roof.
Yeah.
Atlanta be on fire. They be knocking down your door, guys. I'm telling you.
Yes, I know from my own experience for sure. I appreciate you.
Oh,
I
it's
do
all
appreciate
good.
you. And yeah, if you ever do get a chance to do that video, and in particular with our community, um, those that could be like cannabis-induced
Yes,
psychosis. I know
and
it's a
and
mixed
that's been
thing in our
happening a
group, but for some
lot.
people,
And
yeah,
the reason why that is happening because they are mating the same sex plants to create these hybrid weeds, and the chemicals from that is throwing our people into a chemical imbalance. And we notice in a lot of 15-year-olds to 22-year-olds develop psychosis after smoking this hybrid weed. Weed is not the same no more. They creating them seedless. They spraying perfumes on them, and they using the same sex to create these hybrids to make you higher. And we notice that it is really turning our people psychologically crazy. So I'm glad you even mentioned that. You hit the nail on the coffin with that too, and that's why we promote not smoking at all.
yeah,
And plus, smoking cuts off the circulation of oxygen to your brain anyway. And when the brain lacks oxygen, it lacks chemistry, and when it lacks chemistry, you have these psychotic episodes. See,
yes.
I like you.
Okay.
I like her. She got it. Yeah. All right, priestess. All right, priestess.
I appreciate you so
Uh
much. Sending you
huh. No
blessings
problem.
and everything. Thank you
Uh
so
huh.
much for
No
all you
problem.
do.
All right. If you need anything, just hit us up. Okay. All
Absolutely.
right.
Peace.
Blessings to you.
I'm gonna see.
It's
What's
your
in this
top.
corner?
Your top left. It's an X. Top left. All right, doctor. See, she in there. See, you know what I'm saying? They in that real. It ain't nothing like a psychiatrist, a therapist, a massage therapist, a mental therapist or psychiatrist, a chiropractor to help you with your physical structure in your fascia. I'm telling you, these are the true healers. I'm the pickup crew. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to give me praises. Uh, a oral hygienist, biological holistic dentist, a psychiatrist, or a mental therapist. You see that? A chiropractor that helps you with your physical structure. We can't even talk a yoga instructor to help you stretch that fascia. These are your true healers if we gonna call somebody a healer. Because if you can handle all of those things, you won't even see me. See that? I'm the sewage man. You come, you know what I'm saying? If you don't put that Drano in your plug and then all that poop back up, then I gotta come in. I gotta come drain the lymphatic system, get the kidneys and the adrenals back online. I'm dealing with the dead. I'm bringing the dead back. I'm a part of the resurrection crew. Them are your maintenance prevention people, and all of y'all need to know one. Y'all need to know one, a biological holistic one. How she talking about instead of giving psychological pharmaceuticals, taking more of a spiritual and holistic route. Shouts out to her. Shouts out to her. Who else we got? Who else we got? That was a good one. That was a good one. How do you get rid of cancer in the bladder? In a couple days, I'm gonna go over my healing the illusion we call cancer chapter, and that'll tell you how to get rid of that. Peace,
Oh,
goddess. How you doing? What's your
I
name and
am
where you from?
blessed. I was so not expecting this.
So if you, obviously you was expecting it if you
No,
called.
yes, I was after you was giving praises. Yes, touch yoga instructors,
Yes, yes.
hairstylists.
The real practitioners out here. Straight up. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Megan. I'm from Des Moines. Just moved to New York from Los
All right,
Angeles, though.
shouts out to Megan. What's going on with you? Talk to me.
All right. I think this is also something that kind of a lot of women don't want to speak on
Mm-hmm.
with lack of periods.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had my period since
How
2023.
old are you?
I did have one regular one in December 11th, and it was just a regular period, like it wasn't heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't had it since.
How old are you?
I am 36. Well, I'm
36.
35.
You could.
I'll be 36 March 15th.
Well, so we have been seeing a lot come through the suffering from early symptoms of menopause. It could be that, but whether it's early menopause or not, whether it's that or not, technically women is not supposed to have periods the way y'all have them. Y'all men's cycle supposed to be very, very small, insignificant drops of blood for about 2-3 days, and it's supposed to be over with. You
Exactly.
start seeing heavy periods because when you look at what the vagina does, every month is it naturally detoxifies itself by way of the blood. The endometrium lining of the cervix sheds itself to shed that egg out, and through that shedding process, over mineralization leaves out through the vagina cavity, over production of hormones leave out through the vagina cavity, and then the endometrium lining of the cervix and of the uterine wall sheds itself, and that's where you get your bleeding from. So when you get periods and your periods have heavy blood in them, that means that the body have a bunch of metabolites and a bunch of waste byproducts that don't need to be in there, and that's what you breathe. That's what you bleed in heavy for. Now, if you are toxic and you know you haven't been living a healthy lifestyle and you're not bleeding and you're 36, that is a hormone imbalance. That means that you have high amounts of pregnenolone and progesterone and low amounts of estrogen, and you need to bring in a correct balance, or your estrogen levels can be way too high. So what I would do is I would do a hormonal test on
I
you
did
and
that.
to check your level.
I did.
And so what was your hormones levels were?
Um, so my FSH was like extremely high,
See?
um,
Mm-hmm.
65.
Yeah, way
Uh,
too high.
my LH was way too high as well. I forgot the numbers.
Mhm.
And I got like 3 different tests.
Did you check your
I have
LVL?
LVL. I don't recall
LVL,
that. I got
your low.
everything though. That they said, like my whole blood work.
So see, look, so Nabi, go and follow her real quick. Send your blood work to Nabi. I'll
Okay.
read it tomorrow, and then I send you what to do Monday.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that for you. But I bet you your hormones, I mean, as you can tell, your hormones is off. And if your hormones off, your cholesterol off, because your cholesterol is what makes your sexual hormones. And that's probably you got too much estrogen. You have way too much estrogen in your body. So the first thing I'd do if I was you, I will get rid of all microplastics. All microplastics. I wouldn't be drinking from plastic
I know.
bottles. I wouldn't be eating from plastic containers. I wouldn't be wearing polyester clothes. My clothes would be 100% linen or 100% cotton because what's good, see? Because what your body's doing, even, but what about your clothes though? What
I
about your bra and your
I wear
panties?
a lot of yoga clothes.
And them are all polyester infused.
Yeah.
Guess what? So when you rubbing and you stretching and you working out and you sweating, all of those polyester and them plastic particles are going into your skin, which is going to absorb in your bloodstream. And guess what your endocrine system going to take it as? Estrogen. The body don't know the difference between microplastic, polyester, and estrogen. This thing is all the same thing. So if you estrogen predominant, which is according to your bloodstream, and that's what it's saying, then what's going to happen is first thing you're gonna start seeing is you're gonna start seeing fatty deposits in weird places. That's the first thing. You be like, hold on, I look good everywhere else, but what the
And
hell is that right there?
I work out a
And
lot. And it's like the main part that's hard for me is belly. I'm
you
still
know,
like
but
in shape, but it's like the belly is like
so
crazy.
you know why? Because estrogen stores itself in adipose tissues. It's called adipocyte cells. And guess where 99% of your adipocytes adipose tissues is at? In the gut
Mhm.
area. And see what I'm saying? So I could tell you estrogen dominant. And the best way to get rid of that is sunlight. Sunlight is going to help you produce cholesterol. Cholesterol is going to help you produce vitamin 3. Vitamin 3 actually help you regulate estrogen. Another thing is increase your progesterone. Make sure that you're eating Brazilian nuts to actually increase more progesterone and testosterone. That'll help you bleed more. Eat a clean diet. If I was you, I'd eat clean and eat all raw for 21 days. I would not cook my food. I would bake my food, but I wouldn't bake my food past the temperature of 225 degrees. I would steam my food, but I wouldn't steam past 125 degrees. I'll make sure that I'm eating nothing but vegetables, fruits, nuts, and seeds. And then I do that for 21 days. As you doing that, I would actually do what you would call black cohosh. Not blue cohosh, but black cohosh. I would do wild yam root. Introduce some wild yam root to your system. Blood root. Introduce some blood root to your system. You see what I'm saying? And then another thing that'll be very, very good for you is oil of oregano drops. You will get the oil of oregano, get you some distilled water, put it in 4 ounces of a 4-ounce cup, and you're gonna do 3 to 4 drops of oregano inside of that water. You're gonna do that 3 times a day. And then last but not least, check your mouth. See, look, you already on it. So
I
look.
have like
So,
all
but I
types of.
see you pull out the. But notice you got the same. You got that black cohosh and not that blue. So you already been studying though. So what you even on
I
here for?
got.
What you even on here for? Yeah, see, you already on. Because I was just gonna say the wild wormwood. See that?
I
So the
mean, I
whole.
could even. I got like a whole little apothecary. I have.
That's good. So look, your
I
whole
got
thing
this
though.
from the acupuncture because I was doing acupuncture
That's
and red
good.
light too on my
That's good.
wound,
That's
and
good.
they just made my whole little herbs. I got a whole thing of Chinese. I have
That's what I'm
everything.
talking. So look, now it's time to create. So it seemed like you got everything, but now it's time to create you a plan. See, you
Yes.
can have everything, but without the plan, you ain't got nothing. So now you got to create you a daily schedule. So
Yes.
what I would do is I would create that daily schedule for you.
Okay.
I got you. I now B followed you, hit him up, and I because we said we was gonna help out people anyway, and we weren't
That's
gonna charge
crazy.
nothing.
I
So
said if he answers it, that's just God. I was meant to be here. I
so
was going
look,
to exit out of it, and I was like, I was meant to hear all those lives prior. Is just
I got
crazy.
you.
It's
So look,
always
we're gonna create your
been
daily
in
schedule,
alignment for me.
and you can use the herbs you got, and with your daily schedule, that should take care of everything.
Okay,
Okay,
I appreciate you, King.
appreciate you.
All right.
All right, talk to you soon.
Yes.
Peace.
If I exit out of it, okay, hold on.
Yep, top left. She already on it.
Just need to play.
Yeah, she just need the plan. That's all they missing. All right, I'm gonna do one more. Do one more. Come on with it, y'all. Yep, your teeth can be the
Fuck
silent
downstairs.
killer.
Real quick.
Please, God, how you feeling, King?
I'm doing well, sir.
What's your name?
Yahki,
Yeah, this is me. What's your name? Where you from?
Jose Red, originally from Harlem, New York.
Harlem in the building. Okay, hey, look,
And
Harlem brothers, some good brothers, man.
well, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. This is my wife. I have to introduce her. We're both cancer
Hey,
survivors.
blessings to y'all. Blessings,
Thank you.
blessings. How you doing?
Okay.
Yeah, we're both cancer survivors.
Mhm.
We've been following you for quite some time, and I'll just try to jump right into it.
Hmm.
I won't even talk about me right now.
Hmm.
Let's talk about my wife. She had a mass on the kidney,
Uh-huh.
and she opted to take the kidney
So the
out.
kidney gone.
Kidney gone.
So you still got one kidney though, right?
Correct.
Is this
Yes.
the kidney that you still have? Is it on the left side or on the right side? That does matter.
Oh, left side.
Oh, it's on the left side. Okay. That's where your draining side at. That's where the blood cleanses itself into the lymphatic system. Okay. Okay. Come on.
So what I'm trying to attempt to do, because we've been trying to reach out to the office for quite some time and been unsuccessful. And so this is just an extreme pleasure to even get you on this live. So thank you,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, thank
Hmm.
you. And we want to start to a program with you.
Okay.
We need to exercise the right ways to take care of our
Okay.
bodies. We, I had prostate cancer about 2 years ago, and
Mhm.
they just recently, about maybe a year and a half ago, said I have liposarcoma.
Okay. Did they
And
put you on testosterone?
ye- ye-
Yeah,
that's
I
that.
think it was. I think it was estrogen actually.
Estrogen, and
Some
they took us and they took you off
hormonal.
testosterone. Did they take your prostate?
So the prostate cancer first, I did an 8-week radiation.
Okay.
Kind of wish I never did that when I met you online. I was like, wow, he probably told me not to do that.
Definitely.
Yeah. So a little annoyed by some of the practices of these doctors. I go to John Hopkins Hospital, which is in Baltimore.
Trust me, I'm
They
very
say,
familiar with them.
so, we get wind that they some of the best in terms of cancer. However, we're prone to take your lead, and so we follow you. We take many notes, and now what we need to do, Yahki, is get to you. We've been prayerful, and here you are. So we need to get to you
Okay.
because we cannot afford to allow the physicians of even the John Hopkins hospitals and the likes of them to give us the wrong advice.
I
I
got you.
mean, I
So
need, we need to get to
okay.
you. We need to sit down, which we need to do whatever we need to do to move this along
I
so
got
that we can get some healing.
okay, Nabi, you followed him. So reach out to Nabi. He just followed you. Send him an inbox and send him your number. He gonna call you sometime tomorrow.
Okay.
Say no more, my good brother.
He'll
Thank you for your time. Thank you
call you
for
early because we got a flight later that day. So he'll call you early tomorrow. You can call him early. So reach out to him now. He just followed you, and we'll get y'all in. As soon as I get back in town, we'll set
Thank
something up.
you.
Okay. All
Yes,
right. Talk
thank
to
you
y'all
so
soon.
much.
Oh, it's
Thank you.
all good.
Okay.
Got y'all. Okay. All right.
Okay.
wow.
Make sure you hit them up in the morning. Okay.
Okay, I need to drop off. So
Top left with the X.
top left with an X. You see
Yep.
an X, Malik? I don't see.
I see
Oh,
the X
Yep.
up there.
There you go.
Oh,
All right. So you reached out to all of them, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's stay on.
We got it. One of the guys' address. I'm waiting on the girl and him.
Okay. Cool. Perfect. That way we can keep our word on that. Look, y'all. I'm finna get up out of here. It's getting late. Gotta go do my routine. I ain't work out this rising, so I have to work out now. But I love y'all. Hopefully this was very, very informative to y'all. Hopefully y'all take the knowledge and the wisdom and y'all apply it, and just let this change your daily life. Again, shouts out to those that's doing the same work that I'm doing. I am not a healer. I'm a healer of my own body, but I'm not a healer of yours. You are a healer of your own body, flat out. You're doing the work. You taking this knowledge and information, you applying it to oneself. I'm just showing you the way. So shouts out and give yourselves a round of applause for taking the initiative. I love y'all indeed and in truth. Anything you need to say to them, Nabi?
Everything's good.
Everything good. So
We're gonna open up appointments soon.
yeah, we open up appointments. We be so booked up, y'all. Like it's as soon as we open up appointments, it's booked up the same day.
Yeah,
And that's why I'm gonna be listening to $1,500 is too much. If it's too much, then why as soon as we open a schedule for 3 months, we get booked up for 3 months in 2 days? Obviously, it's certain people that's gonna spend money on their health, and it's just certain people that's not. And there's certain people that don't got it, and who don't got it, God always find a way for us to link up with them. So that's what it is. Hey, silent killers could be your own teeth. The dangers that's lurking inside your mouth. Fix your dental problems, keep your oral hygiene clean, and you will keep your body in the balance of homeostasis, family. www.yakiawaken.com. That's why I only do my business through. That is my center hub. You can go to that website and get to the clinic. You can get to our event page. You can get to our Yahki TV page. That is the site. If it's not a blue check verification page, it is not me. I don't inbox back 99% of the time. Y'all got the number 2402 North Highway 67, Florissant, Missouri 63033 is where you can find me at. That is my clinic, y'all. Hey, pull up on me. We do sell herbal products here. Sometimes we can fit you in. Sometimes we can fit you in if it ain't like a just super busy day. Other than that, y'all want to book an appointment, come holler at me and y'all can see what we got going on here. We're doing amazing things in St. Louis, Missouri. We're doing amazing things all across the world. I'm just going to keep being me and keep letting the creator use me as a vessel to help, facilitate healing of my people. And that's what it is. So peace, love, light, and healing. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Peace.
Yeah.
Love y'all.